Hey. You know.
Okay, I get to start off this week, so I'm Danny. This is Tony.
And we're here with the 6th and 7th week in review. Because we missed a thing for very important reasons for you, and we will...
Why is that flashing?
You remember the first week when I mentioned that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does it.
Okay. I don't know what it's doing.
I think it's taking pictures.
Okay. Pictures.
Yay.
Yay.
Smile.
Enough ADD?
Yeah. So let's see. We are 2 weeks behind. I'm just trying to remember 2 Fridays ago or something.
I had dodgeball.
Well, that was last Friday.
Was it?
Yes, that was last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So 2 Fridays we had the midterm.
Yeah.
We had the midterm for C++, our final midterm.
No, midterm.
No.
Our midterm, not our final midterm.
Right. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so we had our 3rd last midterm. Our C++ midterm. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
And we all went to class.
Mm-hmm.
Did anything happen that morning that I really don't remember? It's like 2 weeks ago.
No, other than my notes being taken and photocopied by people.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Oh yeah, because it was open book.
Yeah, and everyone's like, what?
I actually...
Can I have your notes?
The only thing I
Sure.
did use my notes for was the creating an array question.
You know, you could have had the delete thing on there.
Yeah.
That was on there for me.
I
I'm
just
like...
put the delete thing on there. One of the questions was create an array of objects.
And now delete it.
And now delete it. And I forgot how to delete shit, so I was just like, delete array variable name? And no. No, because the pointers were still out in space, and that's stupid.
They're like, woo.
Or actually, no, I think what I did just deleted the pointers, and the variables were still out in space, impossible to reference.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
That midterm went over fairly well.
yeah, I got a fairly good mark on it. I'm pretty happy about the way it went.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was the week. Anything else happen Friday that I'm forgetting?
No.
Oh,
What do we do on Saturday, Sunday?
That wasn't.
That wasn't the Halloween.
Yeah, because
weekend,
that was last weekend.
Yeah.
So 2 weekends ago.
I don't remember.
I really don't remember. I worked Sunday.
Did we?
What was the date?
I don't remember.
What was the date? Because it's.
No, wrong.
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrong.
November. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, 2 weekends ago never happened.
Yeah.
So we get there on Monday, and it's second last midterm time for IT.
Yeah.
And I got there late.
Yes, you did.
I got there a little later than I thought I was. I thought I was just in time, but they had already started.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into that room kind of confident, and there were some things I knew I didn't know, but I felt pretty good leaving it.
I remember what I did Sunday now.
Nice. Rewind back to Sunday. Go for it.
It was over at Dave's, and we started studying, and we just kind of fell asleep.
Oh, you crashed.
Yeah, we crashed. It's like, this is so boring, don't want to...
I studied, like, all the wrong things for this
Yeah.
exam. Like, I studied what a trade secret is, not, like, everything else about it. So, I lost a lot of marks whenever that came up.
Okay.
But yeah, I felt good. I ended up getting a really terrible mark on that midterm.
I felt terrible, and I got a really good mark.
Really good mark.
I'm like, I don't know what this is, I'm guessing.
A lot of us really were surprised by our mark on the IT midterm.
Yeah. I got stupid good.
Nice. You want to talk about our marks later?
Yeah. Nah.
Okay.
It's just if it comes up, I'll just...
Okay.
Did decently.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that midterm went meh, but I really actually did really bad.
Everything I thought I did good in, I did bad in. It's like, frick me, man.
Yeah, that sucks, man. What'd you
Freaking philosophy of love and sex. I'm like, you gotta be kidding
What'd you get?
me. Not in front of the camera.
Okay.
Let's continue on our week.
Okay. Monday, I worked. Monday, you...
No, that wasn't the Halloween.
No.
I don't remember!
Okay.
Blender! Oh my
Blender?
god. I worked on Blender.
Oh, unwrapping.
Yeah.
Or
No.
finishing it for the midterm,
Finishing.
actual...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
had...
so chronologically confused.
We had the basic model
yeah,
too Wednesday,
yeah.
so I'm like, I'm finishing it today. since we have class until 10:45, and then
Yeah.
we're off the rest of the
Rest
day.
of the
So
day.
I'm like finishing stuff.
So that was a good choice. That was a good call. I forget when I got my model done, but I did hand it in. It was on time. Everybody was happy. Tuesday, we had philosophy.
Yeah. Boring.
And yeah, I don't remember the group that
I
went.
don't remember either.
Because fetishism was this week.
Yeah.
Last week was.
Don't remember.
I remember them not being very good.
Yeah.
It's kind of in my opinion of everyone. I
think I
guess
was on
it'd
my
be too
laptop.
hard.
Yeah, definitely
I think
on
you
my
were.
laptop.
I think we might have been playing like bouncy ball.
You were playing with your
I was
bouncy
playing, no
ball.
wonder I don't remember. The entire time I was playing with bouncy ball, and at one point I actually managed to drop it, and it did just such a roll that it got past our pal Tim, and just stayed there, and he didn't notice it until like almost when the presentation was done. All of a sudden he just glares at me and smiles, and I'm like, "What is it?" And that was somewhat embarrassing because everyone behind me was like, "Oh my god." Those early childhood education folks must really think I'm special.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I really think you're very special.
Very worthy of the early childhood education. So that was that. Then we had an hour
Unity.
break, and then we had Unity. Where Vlad, I believe, taught us
Yes.
about tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
We're starting to really?
Unity itself is nice. It's fun, but there's certain commands in
Are just
in their C# version
Mhm.
that's not in our normal C#.
Really?
Yes.
Like yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you mean. I
and
do
I'm
know what you
like-
mean now that you mention it.
What the frick?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking XNA.
I don't know. It's, yeah, like between XNA, C# and these scripts we're writing, there are certainly small differences that need to be recognized
Yeah.
that we aren't really able to recognize yet.
I've noticed. I'm like, why can't I do this?
Well, like, the main thing that gets me is, like, you have the start and the update method, and is that it?
Yeah. You can make more methods. Like, we made more methods.
And call them in
Yeah.
those methods, but, like,
No.
that just seems...
You just make methods.
And it just happens?
It just freaking happens.
That's stupid and stuff.
It is. It's very stupid. But you also have to attach those to an object. So
Right.
it makes sense that that object will just run through its code and be like,
I
okay.
suppose, yeah. So we started making like a tank game. Basically, all I've done is I've built a rectangle that moves when I tell it to.
Mine floats and flies.
Oh yeah, mine floats. It doesn't float?
It flies.
I can
climb up a mountain and jump, and it just flies
And it stays
forever.
there. I don't know how to fix that bug, but yeah, it's in mine as well. I've only been able to get
up
it.
the gravity and drag.
Up in gravity and drag might happen. And that was really it for Unity.
Yeah.
That Wednesday, we pretty much just had a work period. We learned nothing, didn't we?
We learned unwrapping.
Unwrapping.
Kind of. And then we had the rest of the day off because we didn't have to go to lecture.
Sweet. So
That's just been happening for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with that because...
Blender used to be the most stressful class.
Yeah, because he wouldn't lecture or anything or tell us anything. It's like, do this.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, Blender used to be the most stressful class, and now...
It's like, do you guys want your lecture now, or do you want that
Yeah.
to work? We're like, that to work.
That to work, my friend.
Lecture now, so we can see what the hell you're doing and follow along
Exactly.
with you.
So... That's pretty much... I don't remember what I did that Wednesday. Did you do anything cool?
I
memorable?
started unwrapping stuff,
Nice. I didn't end up doing that till this past Tuesday.
which was really stupid.
That was kind of stupid.
I did mine Monday, like finished it off Monday, but because it all deleted itself.
Oof.
Because I forgot to save. I was unwrapping,
You just-
I'm like, oh, final object, it's my wings. And frickin', I didn't realize the wings would be that difficult, so I started unwrapping the wings, and then frickin' the program crashed. And I'm like, what? No! And then I set a timer that every 10 minutes I had to save.
Nice.
So that helped a lot.
I had that happen in one of my exams in either grade 10 or 11. We were all, it was communications technology, so like videography and stuff. We were working in Photoshop, and we're all there on our little Macs, and this guy trips over this one wire.
And
unplugs every computer. And we all just turn around and it's like, fuck you! And he's like, I'm so sorry. That was really stressful. It was a really stressful time for everybody involved. But that was Wednesday. And, Thursday, yeah, so nothing really Wednesday night.
Thursday, it was basically, we had C++, but we studied for math.
Yep.
Frick math.
Frick math.
Yeah. And then it was our math midterm final. It was our final midterm. And,
how'd you do? How'd you think you
decently.
did? Yeah?
Better than last year on my
Well, that's good.
So I was pretty freaking...
Yeah, my midterm mark is its highest ever, which is pretty good. Though I did get my lowest mark on a midterm ever this semester. Yeah, I fucking IT midterm, man.
Okay, moving on.
Well, I'm just trying to remember math. Like, if there was any particular problem that
I stayed for the whole time. And
you timed out?
Yeah.
Because
I went over it multiple times.
Yeah, I thought I did, and I should have gone over it more.
There was this one question. I finished the one question. I'm like, look. I think I'm done. There we go. Then he showed me how the difficult way I went compared to the simple way I could have gone, and I'm like, I hate you.
I was almost done that question without even realizing it, and then I just gave up. I was like, I didn't know where to go next, and it turned out if I did, I would have done the question in like 2 steps. Like the easy way is what I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I couldn't.
Steps.
Yeah, couldn't do it. But man, live and learn. So that was our final midterm.
Yeah.
And then
it was just chill that night.
Well, yeah, it was just chill that night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then that Friday morning, the reason we didn't do a weekend review was story time.
Dodgeball tournament! I made the dodgeball team, and we had a tournament last Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I still have to give you the lecture. I have it. If you want me to throw it on your computer, like after this ends.
Actually. But I think Scott's gonna go over it again today.
Fair enough, but it was a really fun lecture.
Because he didn't mention anything in class about his lecture, so I'm like,
dude, it was a really fun lecture. You told me to shut up like 5 times.
Oh,
it was brilliant.
Okay.
I was on a roll.
Yeah. Dodgeball tournament, we placed second. Frickin' Lakeshore. But that's besides the point. Frickin' cheaters. Yeah, their refs were so against us. It
really?
Was, yeah,
they had home advantage
type thing.
That's balls, man.
It was their refs. It would be nice if, like, some other school ref that's not participating in the tournament. That would be great.
Or at least, like, a shitty team.
Yeah, like, frick. So many calls were just stupid at the very, very end.
What do you, like... I understand there would be refs in dodgeball, but are there, like, penalties? Or, like...
No, it's out.
You're just gone? Like, if you break a rule, you're gone, basically? Oh, so the ref is basically like you're out.
Yeah.
So how do you, like, be a biased ref? Because it's like...
There's certain rules, and they're freaking made-up rules on the spot type thing.
Oh.
So we're like, okay. But yeah, I did an epic thing, and I was on a 3-on-1 situation.
3v1.
And freaking, I got the one guy out because he caught the ball when he was
out of bounds.
Yeah, and he's like, ha ha, and the ref's like, ha ha.
What little shit. Who laughs? Oh, I'm so happy for you that you got him.
Yeah, and then one guy, I just tossed the ball and it bounced off his chest, and freaking, I'm like, this is stupid. What the hell? I'm a girl versing 3 guys right now.
Well, I mean, in
I get down to the
dodgeball.
final guy, and I was just waiting for him to step over the line, but I made a stupid mistake, and I was getting tired.
Oh, well, hey, adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline was gone.
Yeah,
and I'm like, can't do
it. You would have
it.
spent, man. It would have been tough. So that was the dodgeball tourney. During that, I was in class. We were talking about basically what it is proper to pass in a method. What is the efficient way to pass a value into a method? And what should you be passing? Like, do you want to pass the pointer? Do you want to pass the variable? Do you want to pass the absolute value? I don't know, Danny. What do you want to pass?
I'm going to talk to Scott.
Yeah, I should probably talk to Scott myself, because that lecture was so far gone. It was really cool. Like, I had a lot of fun, but it was still like, holy shit, Scott, this is legit stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Friday. didn't work. I didn't do anything special either.
My mom brought me food.
Yay, food. I think I hung out with Connie for a little bit. I think I hung out with Connie and Elle for a little bit.
Legit.
Oh yeah, and then I went out with my friends. Yeah, fun day out with my Mississauga buddies.
Then
And,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Is this the weekend going into Halloween now? I think it is.
Yes, because yes.
Saturday we had Korean barbecue.
Yay!
It was good.
I had a lot of fun. Did you have a lot of fun?
I always have a lot of fun because there's lots and lots of food. I love kimchi, and it's just like
you got everyone working together, and everyone's a team.
Yeah.
It's a great little feeling.
You guys were stir frying freaking your meat, and we're like, okay, let them do what they want.
What were you guys doing? Because you guys were so much more effective than us.
Yeah. We were putting one thing on at a time, letting that cook, throwing it off, putting another thing on, letting it cook, throw it off, and then we just gorge. And then, well, something like chicken cooked or something.
Oh.
Because chicken takes long to
Yeah,
cook
chicken
than
takes a
anything
while.
else.
That was our
So
mistake.
we
We ended
ate
up
while
throwing
waiting
chicken
for
on fairly
chicken.
early, and we were like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
But no, I had a ton of fun. I didn't even really speak much to you. You were behind Dave, and I was talking mostly to Dave, and you were probably talking a lot to Dave. Or through Dave, we could not converse. But I got to talk a lot to Fred and all them people. I had a great day.
Yeah.
But eventually we split, and you went to that party, and I went to karaoke, and everybody had a good time. How was the party?
It's like usual.
I don't.
No, not like that.
I'm not popular enough to know. Actually, that's not even. The shame is I am normally invited, and I really do want to go, but every time it's like, I'm sorry, I told somebody else I was doing something. Yeah.
Normal games.
Cool.
Lots of candy. Lots of.
This sounds this sounds like something I could definitely enjoy.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I definitely need to experience more.
Video games, Mortal Kombat.
Are you still baller with fucking Sonya?
Yeah. Freaking fan chick though.
What do you
Hate
mean?
her.
Oh, Jade. No, Jade has the bow staff. Katana uses the girl named Katana uses the fans. You're right though.
I'm like freaking fan chick.
Yeah, she likes to teleport, doesn't she?
No, she throws her fans and they go so freaking far. They more than half the freaking screen.
Balls,
and
man.
You're either blocking or getting
And
hit.
Sonya's weak from her range, isn't she? I
Yeah.
don't think she has much range stuff.
No.
She's more about kicking your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
as soon
Katana
as
would be
I get
pretty
the
much
distance, it's like frick.
You gotta get back in there. But yeah, Katana's probably really good at zoning.
Yeah.
I don't know. My limited knowledge of the theory behind that game. I'm pretty sure I know though. But
What did you do Saturday? Karaoke?
Karaoke.
Did you sing it all?
I sang a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Connie didn't talk any shit, so I must have been doing okay.
Yeah. Sunday?
Sunday, I
had fun Sunday.
don't think I did. I didn't do anything special Sunday. What did you do Sunday that was so fun?
I went to Canada's Wonderland Halloween Haunt.
Oh, legit? How was that?
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
First year at Halloween Haunt. Mazes. I jumped a few times. Dave jumped once, I think. And it was just a random jump too, so it made me laugh hysterically because it was just this girl just screamed and he's like I'm like, no. But yeah.
That's great.
My favorite one was the Alice in Wonderland kind of theme.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We still have to watch
It
that.
looked really cool. Oh yeah, we do.
We still have to watch Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
We still have to play Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Do you still have my Shadow of the Colossus?
Somewhere.
It's probably in your drawer. Or
No, it's right
that
there.
pile, yeah, okay. Keelan still has my copy of D.
And what the? And we went on lots of rides.
Great.
Yeah. Still my favorite's Behemoth.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
all around funsies night. We got back around 12-1-ish, and I just crashed at Dave's.
Cool.
So I'm like, I'm not walking back.
It's like a 15-minute walk, man. Douche.
Yeah.
So then it was Monday again?
Yep, it was Monday again.
Monday again, where we...
I was so sad. It was Halloween. My costume zipper broke and I couldn't wear my costume.
You couldn't wear your fucking...
I go to put it on and I'm zipping it up, and all of a sudden, snap. What the frick was that? Take it off. Oh, my zipper.
Oh man. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I have to replace the whole zipper. Because that's how badly it freaking
Fuck,
snapped.
man, you destroyed it. You just.
I was in a rush too, so I'm like,
Why?
it zipped halfway up before it snapped off.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, I have two options. I could just or pin it, but I'm like,
Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I wasn't so sad because I didn't plan to wear a costume. And I didn't wear a costume.
Jerk.
Wow, for not wearing a costume?
Yeah. It's Halloween. We're in freaking college.
So what you're saying is next Halloween I have to wear something.
You have to wear a costume next Halloween. 'Cause I'm gonna have my zipper fixed next Halloween.
If you hold me to it, I may or may not do it.
Okay. I'm just going to make you wear a costume.
Okay. So Monday itself in IT.
Blither, blither, blither.
Did we do?
No, we blither,
Yeah.
blither, blither.
I shouldn't have even come in on Monday.
Oh, you should come in on Monday because he does talk about stuff that. Yeah. He talks about decent stuff. Sorry, that cord was fucking.
Oh, fair enough. He does. Yeah, no, you're right. I have been a little bit too hardcore.
Plus, that's your lowest mark, so I think coming to class would help.
You know, the mark is higher than it seems, though, because of that first assignment, but at the same time, it is my lowest mark. I need to fix that, because that really shouldn't be my lowest mark. Like, if my lowest mark was anything, it should be C++ or Blender. And Blender's my highest mark.
Yeah, you're beating me.
I'm beating you in Blender?
2%. I'm like,
Woo, wait, you know my Blender mark?
yeah. I'm assuming it was just the midterm, though.
Yeah.
because
But I've aced almost every other assignment.
There was only one assignment that I did.
Yeah, I got 8 out of 10 on assignment 3.
There's the 2%.
Fair enough. So yeah, but IT, I forget what we talked about. We talked about stuff.
Stuff
And such.
and such.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Philosophy of Love and Sex again.
Last week,
Boring.
love and sex. Unbelievably boring, because that presentation was monotonous.
They couldn't even freaking pronounce some of the stuff. So
Which is really aggravating, because it's like, did you do the presentation? Did you read it out? Did you try?
No, they didn't.
And it's because they were talking about different, like, fetishes, and what their presentation basically was is like, here's a list of weird shit people are into. Isn't that weird? And
Yeah.
then the next person did that same thing, and then... And they had this, what was creepy was they had the same examples, so it was almost like the group cheated off of each other, and it was like, man. And then they
If
showed
they get
that...
a better mark than us, that's
Oh, what the
freaking
fuck. They will
Yeah.
not. They will not. And then they showed like that YouTube video, which is
Yeah.
not a terrible idea. Actually, well, you only have 15 minutes, so you don't want to waste
Yeah.
time. They showed like this 2 or 3 minute YouTube video, and it was like, well, that's our presentation, and it was like, that wasn't your YouTube. Like, if it was their YouTube video, maybe that'd be pretty cool, but it was like some TLC thing.
bullshit.
Yeah. Whoa!
Yeah, I said it. Oh my god, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yes! I finally heard you swear! Yes! With the internet as my witness! Thou hast
Delete
sworn.
that.
It did not even compute!
This is how aggravating philosophy makes me.
It did not even compute for a moment. I was like, yeah. Yes! Victory!
I feel so bad now.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't rub it in. It's
Delete that.
I won't. Ow. Where were we in the week of philosophy?
I hate philosophy. Let's just state that now.
Jeez,
And next time you tell me to take a philosophy course, I'm gonna throw the computer at you.
I'm not gonna lie, every gen ed I take is probably gonna be a philosophy.
Well, frick you. I'm
Frick
not
me.
gonna be in your class. I'm going to find people who are in a different gen ed that's funner than frickin'
More fun.
whatever.
I used to have a buddy, actually I had this buddy, he's the reason I do that, is because he was always aware of whether, like, say I said, like, oh, me and Danny are recording this thing. He'd be like, Danny and I. And I'd be like, no, Danny and me. And he'd be like, Danny and I. And I'd be like, no, Danny and me. He's like, no, Danny and
It's
I.
Danny and I.
And I was like, oh, shit. And that's why to this day, like, I remember how much he tormented me about my awful grammar. And, but yeah. Yeah, philosophy, I don't know, man. I'm digging it.
I'm hating it.
At the same time, it is boring as all hell. And to be fair, I haven't even been doing the readings over the last couple weeks. I'm gonna do the readings this weekend.
Lies.
Oh, come on.
Lies.
Yeah, you're right. I don't feel like it. Although we have the second test coming up. And I gotta ace
Not
that.
this week, next week.
Next week, yeah. Yeah, so we have it coming up.
If it's his 5-minute bowl again, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Frick you. I studied for like, I don't know how long and freaking... No, you're giving me an actual test.
Yeah, give me a real skill testing.
Because 5 questions does not make a test.
It doesn't.
It's like...
Especially when each of those questions is worth a % of your mark.
Yeah.
That's a hardcore quiz. It's a really hardcore quiz.
It's not fair.
It's not all that fair.
When you study a certain amount of stuff, you expect a certain amount on that test.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing is there, and these 5 little questions make up each a %, and you're like, oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Frick you!
It really sucks when multiple choice can lead you to a 90 or an 89, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sucks when you get that feeling of, like, I just lost a % of my mark because I picked A and not B. It's a shame.
It sucks.
It sucks. My sister actually told me she really hates multiple choice tests. Like, she hates making them. She hates seeing them. When Ahmed was last year in Flash, do you remember when Ahmed was like, I'm going to deduct you marks if you get a multiple choice question wrong?
Yeah.
She was livid about that. When I told her about that, she basically called Ahmed a lazy bastard. Yeah.
But he didn't end up doing
He
that.
didn't end up doing that. So
because
she
we're
was,
all like, that's unfair.
yeah, we were all like, what the fuck's the matter with you, dude? Do you just want everyone to fail? Like, is that your deal? If you're going through that in school, I feel really bad for you, honestly. I'm really sorry. So then we had Tasso, and we worked more on the tank game.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't remember getting
much done. And now
done.
that's some of our final project. We
Yeah.
did the HUD.
Yeah, we did.
I finished that.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Stop paying attention after a while.
Dude, that's not good.
Nah, it's all good.
No, it's not.
Nah, I know what he was talking about, I think.
Lies.
I think I know what he was talking about. I got text working, that was what I was really worried about. Like, I got it to be where I could click 1, click 2.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. All I need to do is switch that one image. That's all I didn't do, is switch the image. Done.
Mm-hmm.
So then...
Wednesday. We learned about lights.
Oh, actually,
and backgrounds. I made stars.
I did cool stuff on Tuesday night, I just remembered. I went to see that movie with Keelan, Tim, and Emily, and then I ended up staying over at Emily's. So that's why I actually wasn't there Wednesday.
Yeah, because you had to finish Blender.
And I did. I managed to finish Blender.
And it wasn't due.
And it wasn't due. I actually told Andy, I said, if I do it, it's going to be due next week. And if I don't do it, it'll be due tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it's due next week. Yeah. So you can thank me.
No.
So what did you learn?
I don't think so. I had everything
Yeah, you had it done like a week in advance.
Yeah.
So what did thou learn?
About?
In Blender.
We learned lighting, and how he doesn't want to see any shadows and such forth whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so your model can't be dark.
Limp?
Yeah.
The whole point of my model is to be very dark. Oh well.
You can't cast any shadows.
So you just have to have like a light on each side of him? Okay, that's not the end of the world.
Mine looks cool.
I bet yours does. Yours would look evil. So that was Wednesday. I was on my way into school for the afternoon class when I actually ran into Brett at Kipling. And I was like, what are you doing here? He was like, there's no class. And I was like...
Do you not look at your text messages?
The only text message I got was, are you dead? From Keelan.
Well, you should have responded, because he would have been like, yeah, no class in the afternoon. Yeah. I thought someone would send you that, but I guess no one did.
No, nobody did. I guess everyone assumed I wasn't showing up. Because because by the time I was, like, on my way, I was on the subway, so it was like, well, I can't text anyone now. And that was when I realized it would have been prudent to do so. So, like, I was gonna text people when I got to Kipling, but I had already seen Brett.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I ended up not coming to school on Wednesday. I think that's the first day of school I ever missed in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not a big
I
deal.
only missed the Friday, but that's because sports.
Sports?
And that doesn't count as a missed day.
Nothing really counts as a missed day. Anyways. So that was Wednesday, more or less. I slept. I actually did sleep most of the day. I got home around 3. I actually went to my old grade school, because I live across the street from my grade school. Went to talk to some of my old teachers, and they were happy to see me. Happy to see that I'm not a complete failure, because I think they projected me to be a complete failure. So that would have been Wednesday, and then I slept. And then I started watching a Dungeons & Dragons stream, and then I slept.
Okay.
And then it was Thursday.
Thursday I got a lot done. Things that I didn't have working 2 weeks ago, which were supposed to be done 2 weeks ago.
You got the explosion done?
Yeah.
Did you get the grid done?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
I just have to implement everything.
Implement everything?
Like.
Oh, did you even get the lines done?
I need to put. How do I explain this without sounding? I thought implement would be the good word, but guess not. I basically just need to put everything into main.
Okay.
Like, tell what to
do.
Yeah. Implement that.
Okay.
And it should give me the grid.
The lines and everything?
Yeah.
Nice, man. I got the dots going. I actually got to move them to where I want them to be, but I got the dots going.
And that took a while to explain to me because I'm like, I have to do what?
Yeah, the lines I want to do tomorrow, or even tonight, before I go out. That should be fun. Yeah, so I got the grid done, or I got the dots more or less done.
Mm-hmm.
You got the grid completely done. Very nice.
It's only 10.
Yeah, man, we're doing
We're
really
fine.
good. Yep.
Well,
because we started so early.
Yeah.
Generally we start at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Thursday night you were gone.
Yeah, I went to go play Munchkin.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie Munchkin.
Zombie Munchkin.
That was awesome.
Explain to the viewers at home.
I can't explain Munchkin. I'm a beginner myself, so basically everyone was cheating.
I didn't know you could cheat in Munchkin.
Well, I was just handing cards to people. I'm like, I'm not gonna win. Might as well help you.
No, you never.
And I sabotaged some people and then ended up helping them right after I sabotaged them.
No, you gotta. That's a very interesting game of Munchkin. Like, I've only played the one game, and it actually ended up ending in, like, a group-wide rage quit. Because we were playing the board game, and, like, I don't think Dave wants to play the board game anymore. Did he say that? Because that board game, man, it's so, like... Eventually, like, we get to this encounter, and I just died, and I was going back to get my stuff. And I got to a really low-level encounter, so I was like, sweet, I'm gonna get my stuff. And Dave's like, Wandering Monster. And I'm like, you know what, Dave? Wandering Monster. And just everyone starts throwing cards into the encounter, and it's like, I'm done here. By the end of it, I was facing, like, a couple level 30s and, like, an It's 50 spider.
Well, we got a monster up to level 40-something.
Jesus.
Frickin' they beat it by 3.
Wow.
And that was game.
That was game?
That was game.
Who ended up winning again? Blondie. Yeah. What a baller. Who were there any level 9s in the party?
All of us were level 9.
Holy shit. Who was going next?
I was.
Fuck, you almost had it.
Wait, no. It was on Carrie's turn, he helped Carrie, but he had a card that steals her level.
Ah!
Yeah.
What a baller!
Yeah, and then he would have gone and he would have won anyway.
You went Bonnie and Clyde all over you. That's great.
It's like, no, don't let him help you, frick.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
I died twice during that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've never played the card game. Card game looks like a lot more fun than the board game.
Card game's fun.
Yeah. But,
No, you played the card game with us, or did
I watched.
You? Yeah,
I watched.
for Thanksgiving.
So Thursday, that night I was here, without you, single tear.
I'm sorry.
You got stuff to do. It's no problem at all.
And I watched Paranormal Activity. Finished
Nice.
watching that. Just gonna say.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it.
That's good. I'm looking forward to it. I get to see it in a few weeks, so I'm happy.
Get to watch number 2 soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, the plan is we're going to basically just watch a ton of horror movies. We're going to watch Paranormal Activities 1 and 2.
3 was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard 3 was pretty good.
It's a bit demented.
I actually saw a review on 3, so I kind of had the whole movie spoiled for me.
Oh.
It was awesome. That movie's going to be so good. But anyways, I was here and I was helping out Stina with that photo shoot. That's okay.
Just need to plug this in, it's dying.
Oh, fair enough. So I was helping out Stina with her photo shoot. And,
I'm just having no luck right now.
you're just having some challenges.
Yeah, because I just have a freaking pile of shiz over there.
Granted, half of it's my pile of shiz.
That's true.
I'm sorry. So they were actually impressed by how much shit I fit in my pockets. Granted, Game of Thrones isn't normally in my pocket, but everything else there is. So I helped her out with that, and then pretty much just chilled and slept. Well, thank you. My hair or yours?
Yours. It's
Really?
short.
I'm shedding?
It's short and curly.
Oh well. So that was alright.
Yep.
And,
Hibba-dibba-jibby.
so cute. So, that was that pretty much.
Yep.
And then, today, we are here pretty much. You just walked in the door not too long ago. And I haven't, actually I've been up for a while because Connie gets up earliest of any of you. And, so I was actually, I was trying to work out, because yesterday, after the shoot, I was like, I'm hungry. So I went downstairs to grab something, and I went alone. And the girl at the desk who recognizes me all the time, on my way back up, she's like, are you Andrew or Anthony? And I was like, Anthony. Because she fucks that up, Paul Berger fucks that up. It's like, what the hell? So anyways, I'm like, yeah, I'm Anthony. And she's like, you're not supposed to be alone. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you have to be with your resident at all times. And I'm like, what?
It's like, I just want food!
I don't get it, how, at age 20... I need the buddy system, you know? It's like, you can't go potty without your buddy, Anthony.
Yeah, I got yelled at twice.
Really?
Well, not yelled at, they just kind of, slap on the wrist type thing.
Okay, yeah, because, I hope I'm not gonna get,
you're supposed to be with your...
with your guest or whatever?
Guest. It's you have a guest signed in. Yeah, your point is. He's 20 years old.
Oh, for me, you've been...
Yeah!
Oh! When have we rarely separated.
I've left you here when I went to pub night the one time.
Oh, and they were like, oh,
yeah.
They called it? They were like,
they called it. Because I signed in David and
what a
then...
bunch of fuckers.
Yeah, they're like, you have a guest. Where's your other guest? Up in my room? They're like,
I guess it's because, they're worried the guest will, trash your room and then just run. But, really?
Yeah.
And, they have my ID. They know everything about me.
It's like...
I'm very findable.
Yeah.
I would be very easy to sue if I did something stupid.
Yeah. It's not like we were drinking.
Yeah, I just went to the cab to grab a burger. And it's like, you're not allowed without your buddy. And it's like, well...
Oh, frick you.
Connie's busy. She was working on an assignment. It's like, I'm not gonna make her come with me.
It's like, I want food. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Next time I'll do that.
Go the frick away.
When she does punch me...
If you ever do that, I'll just knock you out.
Whoa!
If I'm working on something, and you're like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Go get it yourself.
Just what would you throw? I'm trying to think, what object would you throw? Probably one of my objects.
I would throw one of your objects. I'd throw your calculator. Or
Where's my
book.
calculator? Or my book?
Maybe your phone.
Oh, the phone I really don't give a shit.
That's why I'd throw it.
Yeah, thank you. I'd get a new one and I'd be so happy. I gotta pay tuition tomorrow. That reminds me of getting a new one. Is tuition's due on the 9th?
What?
Yeah, tuition's due on the 9th,
Oh,
man.
it's already paid.
Yeah, you already probably taken care of. I gotta pay my tuition on the 9th. Luckily I got the monies to do so. Not much left over though. Ooh,
Are we done?
I don't remember. I could have sworn we had more to talk about.
Are we done? Are we done?
I don't want to say done.
Okay.
I don't want to say done, but because I thought I had more to say. I guess I didn't. Oh.
I play It's a Pokemon online trading game now. I learned how to play!
It looks like a lot of fun. What is the system? Like, it looks like you attach energy to the Pokemon, and you can, I guess you can only touch one per turn.
One energy per turn.
Is it one energy per turn per Pokemon? So, like, if I have a Growlithe and a Bellsprout out... No?
It's one
per turn. So I can put a Grass on my Bellsprout, and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, if my Bellsprout has, I don't know, 2 green, it can do Vine Whip, let's say. Cool, man.
Yeah. It's a very interesting game.
It looks like fun.
Yeah. But I have 3 decks to choose from. My favorite deck is Fire.
You have Mono Blue, Mono Red, and Mono Green, right?
Yeah.
Mono Water, Mono Fire, Mono Grass.
I'm
sorry. Because I mean, normally that works. Like, it's just a funny way of saying it. But at the same time, blue could be ice and green could be bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be really fun. So, I was thinking about it. And it seems like the best way to play the game would be to have, like, a 2-type deck. But then it's just really cool because you're still really...
You can only have a certain amount of cards also in your deck. And drawing an energy, when you have trainer cards as well and a bunch of other support cards... You're very limited.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, with all the Pokemon you have.
In the deck.
Plus the evolutions.
Yeah, evolutions seem like a bad idea. Because
evolutions are really good ideas because they own everything.
They own everything.
Typhlosion gets out there and it's like Lock Punch.
But to get Typhlosion, you need to be rolling Cyndaquil. You need to draw the Cyndaquil, drop him. I don't think there's a cost to okay, yeah, you just throw him down.
Cost to evolve.
But, like, you gotta have Cyndaquil. Like, what if you have Typhlosion in your hand and he's just a dead draw because you don't have Cyndaquil?
It's dead draw.
That sucks, man.
And if you have no starter basic types, as what they call them, your starter Pokemon are basics, or, like, first evolution type thing, if you don't draw it first hand, you have to put everything back in your deck, reshuffle, draw again.
You have to have at least one guy.
And your opponent, every time you do that and you don't have a basic card, they get to draw a card as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
That's really
So when you have no basics and you just keep on drawing, it's like, frick.
Is there a max to how many one card you can have? Other than energy?
Nope.
So you can have like 40 Cyndaquils?
Yeah. Well, I think the deck is either 40 or 70 cards.
70. 70 would make sense, because Pokemon is there's a lot of different cards, like trainers and bullshit and energy and evolutions. There's a lot of crazy stuff, so 70 does sound like a good number for that game. Just checking battery.
I feel like actually buying a deck
of
Pokemon cards.
Let's do it.
And playing Pokemon.
I will actually go mono green.
Pokemon is math.
It is.
It's math.
It is math in its purest form. I will consider going mono green, and I would love to run like a grass electricity deck.
Okay.
I would love to do that.
That's actually pretty wise. Because not all water types are weak against grass or electricity.
Yeah.
They only have one weakness to it. In the trading card game. The real game.
Oh, yeah. Are not all types represented in the game?
Mm-mm.
Oh, what types aren't represented?
Poison. Yeah.
I guess that would just be... Really? Ice is gone. Yeah, that's just water.
It just says basic stuff.
Okay. I would love to run like a grass
They have
electricity
steel,
deck.
though.
They do have steel?
Yeah.
Do they have dark?
Yeah.
I would probably... Oh, they do have dark. You could just mix that in with ghosts, couldn't you?
Ghosts are usually psychics.
Oh, fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, we should totally get into the Pokemon trading card game.
I'd buy a deck.
Now that I'm spending less money on the Magic, I can afford it too.
Because supposedly all my cards at home are null.
Really?
Yeah. Every pass card is now... You can't
Banified?
use it. Yeah.
That sucks. Well, Magic does the same thing, where every year, 3 sets rotate out of Standard, and the new ones start coming in. So actually, on September 30th of this year, we lost 3 sets, and we got Innistrad. And then, I think next month, the next set comes out? I haven't seen anything about the next set, though. But yeah, I'm spending less money on Magic, because there's only a few cards in Innistrad I want, and they're all $10.
Do you have old Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Do you want to play the old Pokemon?
I can look around to see what I have. I'd actually rather get the new cards.
But I have a binder! A bloody binder of free cards
I know I have
that
like
I've accumulated.
I know I have like a pretty big box, like not a big box, but like a fairly sizable box lying
Now
at
we're
home.
just talking while the camera's on.
This is what it was originally about, though.
Yeah.
I don't have a box of Pokemon cards at home. I'll look around for it, but I would like to get the new cards too.
I want the Zoroark deck, if anything.
The Zoroark? He has his own deck?
Yeah.
Oh man, who would my guys be? Because I wonder what the... Oh man, I gotta look... Oh man. Now I'm gonna be so distracted all weekend. I'm just gonna be looking up like Pokemon card strategies.
You know what? Don't look up strategies or anything. Let's just play the game.
But like, but I'll be so anal retentive. I'll be so anal retentive, like... okay.
We're going to Poppers Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah.
I think I'm free.
Okay. Come out.
I would love to.
Okay.
Yay!
Is that anywhere near Square One?
Poppers?
Not Square One, Eaton Center. I don't think it is. Because I don't want to use tokens. I have 2 tokens left to get there and to get back.
Eaton Center is farther down the university line, but I think you could just take the university line up. I think it'll work.
I only have 2 tokens. Not working.
Why do you you're going to Eaton Center? Yeah, you can walk there. Dude, it's downtown. You can walk anywhere.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I really want Pokemon cards.
Let's do it. This is gonna be so legit.
Like, a starter deck is $25 some odd.
Yeah?
Yeah. Close. 19 to $25.
Really?
Yeah. That's starter decks. Well, the starter
More
deck
than
I want.
Magic. I think it is.
Starter deck I want.
Fair enough. I'll look into it to see which ones I want. I assume they're all like monocolored. One colored.
No, they're usually normals and mono.
I would probably omit normals. Is that a good idea?
That is not a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
You will die.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because if you're only running one type, then freaking...
Well, no, but I would have like grass and electricity.
Because normal, you can equip any energy to them.
Oh, they're like colorless.
Yeah.
So, would it be a good idea to run an all normal deck?
That'd actually be pretty wise.
Because then it doesn't matter what you're drawing, in a way.
In a way.
And normal types are probably really weak to... Is fighting or rock in the game?
Fighting is. Rock isn't. Rock and ground aren't in the game.
Ground's not even in the game?
No. They count as fighting. Fighting or normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So Graveler is a fighting type in the trading card game.
Onyx is a freaking fighting type.
Yeah, but I wouldn't use Onyx. Actually, would you use Onyx in the card game? Like, actually, the card game might be completely different balance than the games I'm used to.
Yeah.
Onyx might actually kick ass. That's a scary prospect. Onyx actually being good? Is Victory... I hope Victory Bell's amazing.
You have to find a deck.
I hope, like, Victory Bell...
Because right now they're in Unova, as they call it.
Oh, like 5th gen land?
Yeah.
Damn.
5th gen land.
5th gen. I want 1st gen land Pokemon. Oh, I need the old cards. You can't get 1st gen. Oh, damn it.
Well, maybe there'll be 1st gen. Because I was playing with Heart Gold, Soul Silver deck, basically.
Yeah.
Red, blue, and green. They had Cyndaquil, Totodile.
I did see you running a Chikorita at one point, yeah. Man, Chikorita. Ruined my life.
Freaking ownage for that Pokemon, yeah. Chikorita just is basic. Freaking just sweeps.
Really? That's hardcore, man.
I sweeped with a freaking Turtwig the one time. I'm like,
Interesting.
And a Chikorita, so. Sweeping with Cyndaquil is very difficult. Totodile.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Was Feraligatr OP? I don't remember.
It's freaking OP.
Is it in the card game?
In the card game, he's way OP. It's like, surf! Everything's dead.
Everything dies! Oh yeah, you can have multiple guys out at once in the card game, can't you? Can you have like 4 guys out?
On your bench, yeah, but battling out.
Oh, is that why when I was watching you, one guy was way over here and the rest were here?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Makes so much sense.
And certain Pokemon you can attack. Certain Pokemon can attack Pokemon on the bench.
Oh.
So having a Caterpie with only 30 HP on the bench sucks.
Oh, did you have a dead Caterpie on the bench?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
And then it's like, oh, that card's gone. Prize card.
How'd that work? Because I noticed you had 6 cards laying there.
Every time you beat a Pokemon, you get to pick up a prize card.
Okay.
And yeah.
And then when you get all 6 of them, do you super win?
You win.
Oh.
Or if your opponent doesn't have any basic Pokemon on the bench or Pokemon at all on the bench, then you win. And if their deck runs out, you win. So
are there cards
when they draw their last card, basically, you win!
Wait, is it when they draw the last card, or is it when
when they draw the last
because
card.
In Magic, it's when you have to draw and yet you have no cards. So you're just like, dead.
No, it's as soon as they pick up that last card.
Is that a viable strategy in Pokemon to let the guy draw his cards? Like, are there cards that will waste their deck?
Yeah.
Neat. There's actually a mill deck in Pokemon. That's awesome. That's really cool.
But to do that, it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, because
first you need to have. I think you're only allowed a certain number of support and.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like each deck is comprised of a certain amount of everything. So it's fair, I believe.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because in Magic, you can, in theory, just have a deck with, 38 instants and 22 lands, if you really want it. In fact, Steve runs a deck that's got like 6 creatures.
Getting Pokemon
Let's do it up. Let's do it up. I'll withdraw some money tomorrow.
Yeah.
Getting paid tonight. Oh, I'm getting a shitty paycheck tonight.
Now I'm debating
what?
Battlefield or Pokemon cards.
I'll admit, I'm gonna be the only person with a deck. So maybe Battlefield's your better shot.
I really want Pokemon cards though. But I really want Battlefield. I was owning yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
It's like headshot, headshot, headshot. I'm like, I rock. And then freaking stabbing people.
Just straight up shanking people. Man, I remember.
Yeah, this guy was shooting at me, and I'm running at him with the knife still, and freaking I kill him. And then his buddy hits me from the side. I'm like, oh.
The only time, because there was actually one match in Call of Duty 4 where I went knife only. I was with
Call of Duty knifing is stupid easy compared to Battlefield.
COD 4 it wasn't as bad. Like, oh my god, Modern Warfare 2, you could just commando lunge. It's done.
That was most
COD 4, you did have connection issues, and there was a little bit of strategy to it. It was easy. It was still like dead. It was still that, but like, cause we go into this one lobby, me and like 3 of my buddies, and we win. We destroy. And the guy's like, oh, it's because you were all using cheap guns. Like, I was using the P90, which was probably one of the best guns in the game. So I was like, okay. So I now grade to the Scorpion, which is debatably the worst gun in the game. And
yeah, I like that little thing.
I loved the Scorpion. Debatably the worst gun in the game, but I loved it.
I loved it too!
So, me and my
If it's not a sniper rifle, it's the Scorpion.
So all 4 of us are running around with Scorpions, and we deck this. We deck them. We win. And he's like, no, it's because you guys are like doing this and that, and we're like, fine.
We won't use guns.
We'll just knife only. So, do you remember Wetwork, the boat map? 3 out of the 4 of us were like, okay, we're going knives, and my one buddy was like, I'm using a shotgun. So the one of us using the shotgun was like, at the end of the game, he was like 30-1, and then the rest of us were like 12-10, 15-17, that area, because we were knifing. But we still won.
I get most of my kills by knifing.
On Wetwork, though, because on Wetwork there's no flank, it's just run. Well, there's very little flank in Wetwork, I'll admit. There's
you gotta be sneaky.
You gotta be sneaky. And it's tough. We were running our self
Or you just run in there and go, woo, 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 done!
Yep. That's the idea. That was what some guys were going on, like, the decks where, like, you never go, because they'll just get sniped, and they jump down and, like, Hurr! It was great. And then the guys just rage quit. We were happy. It was a great day. Yeah. I miss pub stomping in COD 4. I miss pub stomping in COD 4.
We've been talking for half an hour about cards and video games.
But when you get Battlefield 3, I gotta play it, because I've never played Battlefield.
I have Battlefield 2 here.
Yeah, but that's outdated now.
It's still good!
Okay. One day you'll watch how much I play it like a COD fanboy, and I'll probably really suck, because that's not the way to play Battlefield.
Yeah, it's not.
You gotta be all like, pew pew.
Knives don't work like this. They work like, I'm pulling it out. I'm holding it like this. I'm running towards you. I'm shot and dead.
Well, the knife is supposed to be like a last resort, and in Call of Duty it's somehow become the initial resort. To the point where, like, have you heard the expression drop shotting? Like, that's like an unorthodox choice, because it is usually better to just knife the fucker. I drop shot. I'm a bastard.
I would snipe you.
Nah, man.
Drop shotters just drive me insane. I'd knife you or freaking headshot.
The day I started drop shotting was actually the same group of friends. I think it was the next lobby, the guys who replaced those guys. They come in and their clan tags are drop, and they're like, oh, we're gonna beat you, and we're like, whatever, man, like, we're not like that. So we're like, fuck off, we're gonna have a good time. And, every kill they got was drop shotting. And, like, it was to the point where it was like, you were gonna kill me anyways, why'd you drop shot? Like, I had no shot on you. And yeah, there was literally not a death that I took that wasn't when the guy was on his stomach. And that was the day I started drop shotting. I was like, none of this shit, this will never happen to me again.
Freaking drop shotters.
Sure enough, after that day, the free-for-all became the KD clinic. That's where I took my KD if it got sick. And then Modern Warfare 2 happened, and KD clinic was hilarious! Because nobody plays free-for-all the way you'd think they do. Everyone runs around and you're like, Claymore. Scavenger Claymore. And if you want, you can break out your TAR 21 with holographic sight, because that's so OP.
I miss my Bear 50 cal.
Oh, Bear 50 cal was fun. I could never, I
never got rid of that. And
Yeah.
even though I upgraded to different weapons, I'm like, no,
yeah, because that was like that was like the first sniper in Modern Warfare 2, wasn't
Yep.
it? It was the last one in COD 4 and the first one in Modern Warfare 2. Well, that and the intervention.
Snipers were freaking sucky.
Well, there was the intervention, which was bold action and did the same amount of damage, which is such a what the fuck.
And it was
Because
stupid.
the whole point of a bolt action is that it's more risk, higher reward. But like when the Barrett does the exact same amount of damage, there were.
Then the later guns just suck.
Yeah, there was the M21 was the last one, and the M21 is pretty garbage.
To my 50 cal.
And then the one I'm missing is the WA2K, the WA2000. Even worse. ACOG sniper, Danny. Did you ever snipe in COD 4?
I didn't really play COD 4.
Okay, because the M40A3 with ACOG actually did more damage. And it was a one-shot kill to any part of the body.
Well then.
Yeah, it did exactly 100 damage with stopping power and ACOG scope.
Nice. My favorite map on
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
2 was... You know that open field one?
Oh, a fucking wasteland or whatever it's called? Fuck that map! Okay, well...
I am such a great sniper on that map.
So, I had two classes, basically, that I would
ran
use.
around the borders and I'd be like, oh, person snipe.
There was
oh, person
there
snipe.
was the version of me that would have the TAR 21 ACOG, or not ACOG, holographic, and that was my campy class. That was my like KD clinic class where I'd just stay in a building and peg you. That was my sniper class. And the other class was dual MP5s, dual Glocks, and just run. And I actually had one game where we were playing on Afghan, the map with the plane in the middle. And I literally opened up, my buddy was at my house and he was like, this isn't going to go your way. And I was like, you watch. And generally what I do is the MP5s are actually less accurate than the Glocks at short range, or when you dual wield them. So I always switch to Glocks immediately and I run. So I run right through the middle of the map. And by the time the enemy team had a point, because we were playing deathmatch, the score was 6-1. I had 6 kills and 1 death. And that whole map went downhill for me after that, because I was trying to get to my kill streaks and couldn't. I had so much fun though.
Best thing that happened to Call of Duty was the ballistic knives.
I
ran around with those, and that was my thing.
But even Modern Warfare 2 had the throwing knife.
Yeah, that thing sucked.
It did. It arced. You didn't really know how to play in the arc. The ballistic knife, I'm very proud of myself. I have played Black Ops. I've played a good 20 minutes of it. Still haven't bought it. Never gonna buy it.
Yeah, don't.
The series is dead to me now.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going back to COD.
I wouldn't.
No, Battlefield's way better.
I wouldn't go back to COD.
I'm not going back to COD. I can reminisce and say how fun it was.
I miss the glory days of COD 4.
And then you go back to it and you're like, all these are hacked lobbies, all this sucks,
It really...
I'm going back to Battlefield.
Yeah, it was really lame. Like, I really loved COD 4. It was one of the best, it was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. Played World at War, and for whatever reason couldn't enjoy it at all. So I went back to COD 4, and luckily a lot of my friends agreed, so we all kept playing COD 4. And then Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and I'm not enjoying it, but everybody else is, so I couldn't go back to COD 4.
I started with Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, man.
It was just one random freaking summer that I got really, really bored, and I'm like, I'm never gonna play a shooter.
Wow.
I'm really freaking bored, and freaking I look at the games we have, and I'm like, beat that. Shooter. Click, click, click.
Ooh, what's
And I started playing the campaign first, and my brother's like, what the frick are you doing? And I'm like, I'm learning how to shoot.
What sensitivity did you play on? Did you change it?
I went up to medium.
So that's 4, I think?
4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Word on the street, and I do believe it, is most of the really good play, like the guys who do this shit for money, they play on 3 or 4, but I played on 8.
That's too fast.
I couldn't do 9, because when you're on 9, you're like, whoop! And it's like, all I wanted to do was this, and I got this. When I was on 8, I could at least, like, kinda... When I use the tar, sometimes I'd go down to 7. And in fact, if I went back to play now, I'd probably go down to 6 or so, because it's been like a year and a half. Like, it's been 2 years since I played COD, I think. Yeah, it's been 2 games. It's been 2 years since I played COD.
Battlefield sensitivity is different from COD sensitivity, that's for sure. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, weak, up, frick. Too high.
It's the shooter within me, because whenever I'm playing, like, Musha or R-Type, I think, when you get to pick what speed you go at, I'm like, I want to go fast. I want to be stupid. So like in Musha, when you're going stupid fast, you're like, and it's like, yes, I'm going too fast for comfort. There's one stage in Musha, though, where you can hit the walls and die. I take it really far down for that one stage.
Check on the time.
Yeah.
It's only 10:40.
Jesus. Well, we should wrap this up soonish.
Soonish, yeah.
But,
Because it's gonna end up being...
It's over an hour.
Over an hour now.
Yeah.
And our last video was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, have we ever broken an hour before? I don't think we've ever broken an hour.
But we also had 2 weeks to talk about.
We had 2 weeks
But we finished that.
Which we finished maybe half an hour ago.
Yep. That's just random blither.
So... Oh, do you wanna say what your average is?
No.
After midterms?
No.
Okay, I won't say what mine is then.
No.
Wanna whisper it into my ear?
No.
Wanna tell me when we... I won't be like, what, it's a 93? You know. I'll respect it.
Internet doesn't need to know my marks. Frick you.
Wow. It's almost as bad as when I flipped off YouTube like a couple weeks ago.
I think this is the same as flipping off.
What'd you do? It's symbolically, I suppose.
What is it? Ah! There!
Oh, peace!
Actually, no, that is in a different country.
That is the way.
That is.
Really? Where did they do that?
I think Britain? England?
Isn't that?
I don't know!
I'm pretty sure I've seen Anthony do that. Where it's essentially
I've
shove it up
seen
your
this.
ass, is what they're saying.
I've seen this.
Oh, that's an incorrect Brit right there, I think. What do I know? But yeah, like I've seen them like, yeah.
Wow,
it's
random.
Like, but
There's no butterflies anymore. It's freezing this morning. I
haven't been outside yet, but you
I was walking home and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
There's not even birds or spiders. There's nothing.
Nope.
All the life is gone. But yeah, so you killed it or I killed it?
You did.
What did I do? I changed rooms for one night.
And I got Birth by Sleep back.
Oh yeah, she let a classmate of ours borrow Birth by Sleep for what, like a month now?
2 months, almost.
Yeah.
September, October, yeah, 2 months.
Jesus. And you finally beat it, so I gave it back to you.
I'm happy.
Yeah, you got Birth by Sleep.
I get to play it again.
Haven't you? You've beaten it what? I'm gonna guess you've beaten Birth by... What year did it come out? Birth by Sleep?
Last year.
You've beaten
September.
Birth by Sleep. Okay, it's been over a year. Well, for you, it's been a year. You beat Birth by Sleep 4 times. What the fuck? I thought I was eyeballing it.
20-ish.
How long a game is Birth by Sleep?
Each character is like... Well, I've gotten used to the characters, so it's like 4 or 5 hours for me. Because I just skip all the cutscenes.
And how many characters are there?
3.
So the game's like a
extra.
15-hour game.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's a 15-hour game.
For a new player, it might be more like 25?
Yeah, it's more like each character's story is like 13 to 14 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's with watching all the cutscenes and training your little butt off.
And grinding, yeah.
Yeah, me, I'm just like, I know how to do this!
When Jeff was talking about his friend who hadn't passed like the first area in Dragon Warrior, got to like level 78, did you see my reaction to that? Like, I'm listening to him talk about Dragon Warrior, and I'm like, yeah, I beat Dragon Warrior this summer, which is a really big accomplishment for me, because most people assume, well, I've heard Dragon Warrior is called unplayable, because it almost is. But yeah, he's like, yeah, my friend got to level 78, and did you see me just go, what? Because I beat Dragon Warrior at level 23, I think. 23 or 4. Generally, when you beat Dragon Warrior, you're level 22 to 30 or so, and if someone can dispute that, go right ahead. Generally, the sweet spot is 22 to 25-ish.
Holy frick.
So he was level 78, according to Jeff. That's a big fucking number.
It's like, oh look, a tunnel.
Actually,
that wasn't there before.
Actually, wait, no. Jeff's thinking of the wrong game. I think Dragon Warrior caps you at level 30. Even when you're level 30, though, you just steamroll the whole game. Dead.
I only Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, yeah. You've played Dragon Quest?
I've played a Dragon Quest, yes.
Ooh, which one?
I don't know which one. I don't know. The guy has a red bandana. It looks like.
Was it on the PS2?
Yes.
It was Dragon Quest 8. Yeah, 7 was on the PS1.
8.
7 was on the PS1. 1, 2, 3, and 4 were on the NES. 5 and 6 were on the Super Nintendo. 7 was on the PS1. 8 was on the PS2. 9 was on the DS, and 10 it's on its way as an MMO on the Wii.
But, yeah.
Oh,
my brother got the game and frickin' I start playing it, I'm like, this is boring. Why do I have to level grind this much? I can't do that.
I actually did hear a brutally honest opinion of what someone thought of Dragon Warrior players, and it's actually true. Dragon Warrior is the game for people who mathematically have a need to do something. And as long as they're doing something, they're happy. And he's like, yeah, Dragon Warrior players are freaky, neurotic, crazy people. And I'm like, yeah, we kind of are. I've only played the first one, which is one of the worst. I almost bought the fourth one. Did I ever tell you about that? A&C for the longest time had a copy of Dragon Warrior 4 in the box with the maps and everything complete for like $100. And I was like, I'm buying it. And every time someone would be like, don't fucking buy Dragon Warrior 4 for the NES. And I'm like, I want to do it. And they're like, don't be stupid. And I'm like, fine. So, eventually they ended up selling that copy. Some collector probably bought it.
See, the whole grinding on this is not bad.
Yeah?
Well, my highest character, Ven, is like level 75, 76? I think last time I checked.
I'm trying to remember.
I am not going to get him to level 100 anytime soon unless I tape my freaking. Yeah.
Dragon Warrior is literally nothing but level grinding. It is literally, you get to a new area, you get the new gear, you go to the next area. If you have enough experience, you live. If you don't, you die, and you keep grinding. Repeat that process until you beat
I think I made it to the boat.
Yeah, I haven't played 8 yet.
And I got bored. I'm like, this is taking too long. Battle intros are way too long. Freaking.
Dragon Warrior 1, it's just BAM! Dragon Warrior 1 doesn't even go to a new screen. It actually overlays on top of the screen. It's a really fun game. Really cool. I should bring my NES over one day and just play it.
Yeah. I say we wrap this up and play some Bad Company.
Yeah?
Too, yeah. Let's play some Bad Company too.
We have how long? We have like an hour?
We have an hour.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
right,
Bad
guys.
Company too.
So that was our attempt to make up for a lost video. Do you want to hit the stop record button?
Yes.
Okay, you do it.
Okay. Bye-bye, YouTubes.
Bye.